On Tuesday evening, Arsenal are playing an absolutely huge game. This is arguably our biggest game of the season outside of Premier League games. This is the second leg against FC Porto. Boy, are we in for a huge game. In our previous game against Porto, there's no need for me to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. We lost 1-0. It was a horrible performance from start to finish, and Guyano just topped off our bad nights with a last-minute winner. So going into this game, we have to be a lot better than we were against Porto in Portugal, but we have to be damn near great to go in, win this game by more than 2 goals, by the way, to get through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I said the whole season long that as long as we can get to the semi-finals of the Champions League, then I'll be pretty happy. I know people want us to win the Champions League, but I'm being realistic. I think a semi-final appearance will be very good, but that won't happen unless we go in and beat Porto. And the tough thing about this game is that not only do now we have to make up the deficit, being that we're 1-0 down on aggregates, but we're doing this after a 2-day break between Brentford, which was a really tough game. We scraped a 2-1 victory, and now we had Sunday and Monday rest to be playing Tuesday night in the Emirates Stadium against Porto. This is going to be a tough game. So in today's video, we will be previewing the game, talking about the potential starting 11 and how I think the game will go. So what's going on, everyone? You are watching Gunner Central here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, going into this game, I don't think I have to say this, but our form is elite. Since coming back from that Dubai warm weather trip, we have won every single game in the Premier League. That is 8 games in a row in the Premier League. We have won, and the only loss we have had in all competitions is the 1-0 loss to Porto. So we've lost 1 game in 9, and that game being this Porto game. We need to make sure that in the second leg, we dominate. We have to. I know Porto is a really good team. I mean, you look at their form. They've won 4 of the last 5 games with 1 draw. They are looking really, really good. And one of those wins are against us. They haven't lost a game in 6. They are looking really good, a lot more solid than they were coming into the first leg, and that's saying something. In the first leg, I think they had lost 1 in their last 5, but in this one, they had lost 0 in the last 5. They had lost 0 in 6. It's going to be a very tough game. We have to be honest. And I think that Porto first leg has hopefully opened up the boys' eyes that this is the Champions League, bro. Whether it is Porto, whether it is whoever we are going to be playing has won their group or come second in their group in a Champions League group. There's no more easy games. There's no more games that we don't have to really worry too much. That is all done. For the rest of the season, Premier League included, every single game from here on in is crucial, and we're going to be playing a team that doesn't mess around. And I don't think Porto mess around. We saw it in the first leg. If we mess around for too long, Porto are going to capitalize. And the thing is, because we are down 1-0 already, if we win 1-0, it's extra time. We want to avoid that at all costs. We want to go in there, win the game comfortably, dominate. We can't afford any sloppy mistakes. We can't afford a Ramsdale situation where we dominate the whole first half and then Ramsdale messes up and then they score. We can't afford that. I know Raya will be starting, but I'm saying we have to be perfect. We have to play the football the way we've been playing in the Premier League, and we have to make sure we capitalize when we get chances. We can't be sloppy in the box. We have to be up for it. Porto are a good team. They're going to be up for it. They come into the Emirates Stadium protecting a lead. They might not be as open as they were in the first leg. Not that they were very open, but they might be more of the defensive mindset. So we have to take initiative, take the ball, dominate the game. We can't afford any sloppy mistakes. We just can't. If we want to make it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which I'm praying we can, we have to win this game. We have to win it comfortably as well. You guys just know, if we don't win this game, if we don't qualify for the quarterfinals, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, what have you, social media is going to rip us Arsenal fans apart. We can't afford that. Please, I am begging for my own sanity. Now, going on to injuries and suspensions, we'll start off with Arsenal. Obviously, Timber is still out, unfortunately. He will be out, like I said, till middle April, late April. That's pretty much what I'm expecting for Timber. Tomiyasu is still doubtful for the game. Surprise, surprise. I mean, the thing about Tomiyasu is he's so good when he plays, but he never seems to be playing. I don't get that. Whatever, Tomiyasu. And then Martinelli, we don't know if he'll be fit enough and ready for Porto. I'm hoping he will be, although Trossard was pretty good at left wing against Brentford, but I still would like to see Martinelli start. And then David Raya on FootMob anyway is registered as doubtful, but I haven't heard anything. I don't think that's the case. I think the only reason he didn't play against Brentford is because he can't. So I think Raya will be starting against Porto despite what FootMob says. So other than that, we don't really have any injuries. It's literally Timber, Tomiyasu. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, we're going to be fit. We should be ready to go. Yeah, I'm hoping we should play well against Porto. And then injuries and suspensions for Porto. They also haven't got much injuries. Marcano's out, Taremi's out, and Sanusi's out. That's literally it. They have 3 injuries. Otherwise, they're going to be fit. They're going to be ready to go in London, in North London. Yeah, this is going to be a tough game, but we need to win this game. No mistakes, please. Now, going on to the starting 11 that I would play if I was in charge, I think it's pretty obvious of a team, but I'm going to throw some curveballs in there. Goalkeeper, David Raya. I think after that Aaron Ramsdale performance, Aaron Ramsdale did have some good saves, to be fair, but I think David Raya starting goal for me. Left back, I'm still starting Kivior. I know Zinchenko's fit. I know we need to take initiative. We need to attack the game. But we also need to be defensively sound. I thought Kivior was good in the first leg. He should be starting this game. He's been good every time he starts. Kivior starts at left back for me. Right back, the man that I probably underrated a little bit after his performance against Brentford. He got 2 assists. I think it's quite obvious it has to be Ben White against Porto. Again, he's going to help a lot as an inverted right back. But the thing is, Ben White doesn't just play the inverted right back role. He kind of plays the inverted right back to the overlapping right back really, really well. So for me, right back, Ben White. My 2 centre backs, Saliba, Gabriel, nothing more to say there. And now my midfield is where it gets a little bit spicy, because you could have the Jorginho midfield with Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard. You can have the Havertz midfield. You could have the Trossard midfield. But I'm going to go a little bit different to that. I'm going to go CDM, Thomas Partey. I think Partey's been back enough with the team now to start. Maybe it's a bit ballsy, I know, but I would go Thomas Partey. I wouldn't mind though if Partey doesn't start, because I would get it. But in a perfect world, I would start Thomas Partey in CDM, Declan Rice in central midfield, which is his best position in my opinion, next to Martin Odegaard in central midfield with Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. I think that's a good midfield. Again, I understand if Thomas Partey doesn't start, but for me, Thomas Partey starts in midfield with Declan Rice, Odegaard. Left wing, again, I hope he's fit, Gabriel Martinelli. If he's not fit, I'll start Trossard on the left, no problems. But for me, left wing, Gabriel Martinelli. Right wing, Starboy Bukayo Saka, nothing more to be said there. And up top, I know Gabby Jesus is fit. He looked pretty decent against Brentford, to be fair, but it's Havertz. I think Havertz has to start up front. The more I see Havertz as a starting striker, the more I'm liking it. He brings so much more than just a clinical finisher, because he's not a clinical finisher, but he brings great build-up play, great work ethic, great physicality. He's so good as a false 9, as a striker, whatever you want to call him. And it's so weird, because I would have never thought Havertz to be that. Havertz kind of plays, I saw it on Instagram, an 8.5 role, where he's not a 9, he's not an 8, he's in between, plays a little bit of a 10. It's really, really cool to see. I like Havertz. I think what Havertz can bring to Porto as well, to Pepe, put his body on Pepe, be a little more physical, I think that's going to help a lot, because I think in the first leg, Trossard started as striker, and that didn't really work out. Pepe kind of pocketed him. Can't afford that. I think Havertz starts up top, be a little physical. Pepe is old now, be a little physical with Pepe, make him work. I think for me, Havertz up top. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments below, what starting 11 would you play, and what are your predictions for the game? Leave that in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.